I really need a good night's sleep. It's been a long day and I need to go and do a tour in the morning. This looks like a good place. Ooh, grab a key. Which room should I go in? I will go in room 7. Grab the keys. Ooh, I'll go up the lift because I am kind of lazy. Now, which floor is room 7? It's on this floor? Nah, I just think it's on the next floor. Yes, room 7. Ah, this is a very nice place to stay. Look at this. Got a nice view of the airport outside. Ah, nice furnished bathroom. I can have a shower in the morning. Oh, what a nice hotel. Let's go have a sleep. Oh, it's the morning. I better do the video, turn off the daylight cycle. Right. I'll go back downstairs, I'll give back my keys. I'll just fly down. I'll put the keys back where they belong. Now for the tour. Hello everybody and welcome to a new Minecraft video in my airport world. This is going to be my second tour video of my airport, and as you can see I had a nice sleep last night. It was a nice room, we had a good view up there. It was on, I think it was on the green floor, level 3. I can't remember exactly which floor it was on. It was room 7. But today I kind of lied last episode, but the only reason it's a lie is because of what I've done between episodes. As you've probably seen, this hotel was not actually, it was built, the actual structure was built, but not all the inside. I mean, it's not completely finished now, and it wasn't all built, and I have finished that between episodes, and I've done quite a lot of work between episodes, and I'm going to be re-touring the airport because I've made a few changes, well, not a few changes, dramatic changes, to the departures part. The arrivals bit is actually still the same, but I am going to change that in a later video, and I'm sure that I'll probably do this. So this will be, I should think, Airport World Tour 1, Terminal Tour 1. No, Airport World Tour 2, Terminal Tour 1. Or something like that. I don't know what I'm eventually going to put. But at first, you kind of saw a little bit in my hotel. So I think I'm going to leave that for another episode, because that is almost completely finished. The rooms are completely done. And I did say that I was going to do the plane, so I'm going to do the airport afterwards, because I am going to be sticking to my first and original thought. Now, the first thing you'll probably notice, which is the one I'm going to start on, is this. Now, I can see it's probably a bit bright for you, so I'll go over. I've actually set it to night. Let's see if I can do that. There we are, that's better. So this is the Vickers VC10. Now, I have done quite a few tours on this. So I've done a tour on it. I've done that VC10 Mission Impossible, which you seem to like. I've got quite a few views on that for some reason. I do not know why. But I've built the VC10 here. And because this is meant to be like an aviation museum, I decided to put the VC10 in it because it's kind of like an old vintage aircraft, a British aircraft. There was about 50 of them built. And it's now out of service. And why's that door open? There we are. So that is the Vickers VC10 right there. And we've also got Concorde, and you probably already know about Concorde, supersonic jetliner. It's my favourite plane. That's why I've got loads of them. And I actually forgot to put carpet on there. Well done, Ibirdball. Hang on, I think I got 2 swiftness potions. Here I have. I got a swiftness potion here. I need to have another drink because I haven't got much left on it. So if my frame rate would actually go back up to 60 or something. Right. If I cover up these, you can probably hear my controller. My right trigger just going flick, flick. Right, there we are, now it's finished. I don't know how I didn't notice that. But this is one of the prototype ones that they did, and the registration is GAXDN. This one's actually at the Duxford Air Museum in the UK. If you're from the UK, it's in Cambridgeshire. If you're from elsewhere, then you probably won't know where it is, but it is stored in a museum. There's like this massive museum, and it's this massive hangar, and they've got Concorde and the Lancaster and a few other warplanes as well. But anyway, I have actually modified this to make it look more like the actual plane, the actual registration. For instance, this black bit here, this is on the actual plane, but it isn't on any other Concorde. So I've done that, and I've also added another door back here. Back here even. I don't know why I didn't do it on that side. I think that's actually how it's meant to be. And I've also altered the back a bit because it doesn't poke out as much as all the other Concordes. So that is it for Concorde. I'm not actually going to go inside of them because otherwise this video will be dragged on for so long, and I don't think I'll actually wait that long for it to render and upload. So here, and all these planes are credited to Lord Dacre, apart from the VT10 because I designed that. But yeah, credited to Lord Dacre. I'll put his name in the description. So I should think, but oh well, just search it up if you can't. This is the Avro Lancaster, and can you read that? You'll probably be able to read that. It's the Avro Lancaster, designed by Lord Dacre and built by me. And this is what the Lancaster is, and one of the most famous bombers of World War II, British bombers. And it was in the Dambuster raid, and I kind of like the plane. It's probably my favourite World War II aircraft. That's pretty cool. And then here we've got a German plane. It's called the Heinkel HE111 or 111 or 111 or whatever you want to call it. Eins, 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 as the Germans would say. But this is also designed by Lord Dacre. It's another warplane, and probably my favourite German warplane. It's my favourite Allied plane. That's my favourite Nazi one. And here, if I go around the corner, we've got the Boeing 747. Now this is designed by Lord Dacre, but I've made quite a few changes. And the first one is when Lord Dacre built this, he built the 400 series. This is the 100 series, and this is actually meant to be the prototype. And I found that I haven't actually done this correctly, but I'll talk while I do it. He, on the actual hump, as this is called, the upper deck, he actually built it. So he built it so it would accommodate like the 400 does, but the 100 only had about 3 windows up there, and it wasn't even a seating area. It was just like a little place for people to kind of relax, if you know what I mean. It was kind of like a little lounge area. It wasn't meant to be for permanent seating when they take off and land or what have you. So, but this is meant to be a model of the prototype. Otherwise, it is the same. And I made changes to the engines, made them shorter, and there isn't the raised bit here, like the winglet. I've added another door or 2. But otherwise, this is the same, and I've kind of added like lights under here. I've had to kind of extend the underneath a little bit, just so I was able to to actually reach underneath and put in all the wiring for that. That's the only reason why that's like that. And like I said, designed by Lord Decker. But these signs, this is the Boeing 747 prototype, like I said. The original designer of the real 747, Joe Sutter, it was manufactured by Boeing, and its first flight was in 1969, and I'm just going to get rid of this and get... Whoa! Frame rate! I'm just going to get another Swiftest potion if I can actually reach it. There we are. Ugh, there we are. How much have I got left? 1 minute 15. I'll have another little sip. Now, you can probably tell the difference of this airport. If you've watched my airport terminal tour, you'll probably see the difference. I think I might take a picture. I don't know if I'll edit a picture in this, but if you can, if I can, then it'll be on screen. If I can't, then if you just look at the airport terminal tour, it's on my channel somewhere. And if you've watched it, then you can see that this has been extended by a considerable amount. And it originally ended about there, where this bump is. But now, from all the way down here, like all of this bit, from all the way down here, is being added. Probably in the last few days. And I'm not going to tour it, but that's just a heads up of what's there. So, the next aircraft, I'm not going to tour every single plane, because there's some of them the same, like the ones in the hangars. I'm not going to tour because they're practically the same as that one over there. But this helicopter was designed by myself, and it is on, if you've watched my first video on this, where on my airport tour, this is the fire helicopter on the actual Lego set fire station, the new one. And this actually just sits on top of the building, not on top of the fire truck hatches, fire engine hatches, and I don't know why that's destroyed. Oh well, I think it's meant to be, but that is what this is, and you've got like all the knobs and switches up here. Push and twirl and what have you to get it going. And I've just added a few redstone torches to light it up, and this is just the helipad, roughly where it is. I'm just looking at it right now, and it's about where it is. It's not exact, but it gives you a good idea of where it is on the real thing. And I think I did tour the Tesco last time, hopefully I did. I told you what that smiley face is, I think. Up here, I'm not going to tour this, but these are... Actually, I'll tour the red arrows. This is the red arrows and Concorde, like trailing across the sky. And I've used stained glass to like trail back like the smoke they make out of there, because I didn't want to do cobwebs, because you can't get like red stained cobwebs or anything. If you could, then I'd love that, because that'd be really helpful, a bit more realistic. But red stained glasses and white and blue stained glass is absolutely fine. And then this is Lord Decker's BAE system sort, or the red arrows, and I've modified it slightly, not loads, but that was white. I've changed them, I've changed the colour of them, I've like put white under there, and I've bent these down slightly. And that is pretty much it. And I've kind of added, because he originally had black wall on the button, I did the red wall, and then you've got a black wall, and I've put a button on, then I put an item frame, and then put black wall on the item frame, but the button's still showing, so it kind of looks cool. There's 9 of these, and I've looked up the formation, and this is roughly what it is with Concorde at the front. And here, this next one, this is Ryanair 737. I don't know why I say Ryanair 737, because that's the only plane they have in their fleet, because I've actually looked it up. And inside here, I've put all the seats in here, but this is designed by Lord Decker, and his build doesn't actually have the windows in here, unfortunately, but that is fine. That doesn't really bother me. And I've kind of modified it so the door is one further. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that actually might be wrong, because literally probably about half an hour ago, I built this, and there's something with that. I think I must have built it wrong on that one, because the window there only covers up one window, but on this build it covers up two. I don't know, just a twerk. And that's my own airline, by the way, if you want to see it. Actually, I'll tour this one. I haven't completely finished it. I haven't put the glowstone in yet, but I will. And they've got the toilet at the back. They've got like the little cockpit here, and they're all the same, so I won't tour them all. And here we've got the DC-10, but he's Lord Decker. He did the MD-11, but the DC-10's practically the same. But I just put it in United Airlines livery because they have the DC-10, not the MD-11. So I have modified these wings, and originally they were quite flat, and I've modified them so then they're all bent up, and it looks much nicer. And I've kind of modified where the doors are to where the ones on the real DC-10 are. And on here, I have added a few blocks because the DC-10 had a bigger tailplane than the MD-11 did. The MD-11s were slightly shorter, otherwise it was exactly the same. And I've just done that as sort of another little twerk of it. And inside it's just still the same thing, like same cockpit, yada yada yada. And I also added this little bit on the engine here because that's what they have, like silvery grey bit. And here, and I've just seen the time on the video, so I better hurry up, is the 767 that Lord Decker designed. And he came out with this about 2 months ago, or probably even less than that. He came out with it in June. And I have only built one. I think I might build another one, because it is a pretty cool plane. And this one I have designed in Japan Airlines livery. So I'm just going to move myself slightly. And I have lost my train of thought. There's not really much inside, like I said, same thing. They're all the same things inside. And yeah, this video is probably going to go on for quite a while. I'm just skipping over all these planes. Excuse me. And now we've got the Fokker 50 or 60, and no, I'm not swearing before he get at me for that and flag me. That is the actual name of the aircraft company. It's now bankrupt, but it is called the Fokker 50. It's spelled F-O-K-K-E-R, not the way that you probably thought it was, and I'm correct for some reason. Just get more swiftness. There's 14 seconds left, so that's good timing. This is in KLM livery. They don't actually have them anymore. They retired their last one a few years ago, like 2011, 2012 time. But another one designed by Lord Decker. And the only thing I wish about it is in Minecraft they had some kind of blue slabs. Because if you have a look, there's not a single blue slab, or anything even related to the colour blue that you can find. Because I'm thinking that they should have like a half lapis slab or something like that, or like a half iron block slab and a half redstone block slab and half diamond block slab. I think that will make it much cooler. But I've also now got I don't know what I'm on about. We're now onto the Boeing 757, and this is in Iceland Air livery, and I've modified the nose a little bit because on the 757, if you look it up, it's kind of got like a pretty flat bottom and kind of curved around. It's not curved from the bottom and the top and making a point. It's kind of just like a little bump, if you know what I mean. But I've also modified the wings, and they're basically the same as the wings that he did. originally, and I've just kind of like put them up one more level, and I've looked under the wing, and if you look under the wing, I've kind of put the slabs on to make it like the different levels that go up. And that's all I've really done. I've also added some different winglets to what he had, because I completely forgot what they were, so I just made up my own. But I think my ones are actually better, to be honest. And I'm just going to move this because I've seen that you can't see the corner of the screen. But those are the winglets that I've come up with. I think they're pretty cool. As I said, that's Iceland there. I've already done the 747, so I'm going to skip that. Now this is the Dornier 328. You're probably not familiar with this plane, but near where I live, the airport near where I live, they have these planes take off from there pretty much every day. They're not in this livery exactly, but this is the same plane. It's like Logan is the airline, it's like a charter airline sort of thing. But Flybe actually fly it, I think. The inside is like pretty small. I think I'll show this because it's kind of different from the other planes. The first thing is, if I can actually get in, I've had to kind of do that. The design with my glowstone is different. The second thing is, apparently this is what they have. Like by the door, they have like 2 seats at the back. It's really weird. And then they have the toilet kind of curved around. I don't think they have it curved around, but I just did that because of the actual design of the plane. Was what I had to do that. And this is the Airbus A380, and it's the largest passenger plane in the world, and also designed by Lord Dacre. And I think this is a really good design. Like the way he did the things with the wings, I think is really good. And it has a tailplane. Apparently, in real life, this is the size of a wing of an Airbus A319 or A380. That is how big the tailplane is, and I just realised it's as long as well. Now, I've also seen the time on the video, so I better hurry up. This might go on for a little bit longer than you probably thought, and I need some more swiftness. And this, I think we're nearly done anyway, so it probably doesn't matter. But this is the Lockheed L1011, or Lockheed TriStar, also designed by Lord Dacre. And I think it's a pretty cool plane. The only thing that I don't like about it is the nose, and I modified it a little bit, but I don't think Lord Dacre really had a choice because it's so chunky. He had to, because the nose is kind of like really stumpy, and it's really blunt-ended. It's like the DC-10, an MD-11, but he couldn't really do that, so that's kind of the best that he could come up with, I guess. And this is wrong, I think. Yes, it is. I'm really OCD about things being wrong. I want them all to be perfect. That's not too much of a problem. I'm probably going to take out all the problems that I have with my planes here in this video by the looks of it. But that's Lockheed TriStar. It also has like this engine. I kind of like the engine design he did with that. It's pretty cool. And we've only got a few more left, but I'm just going to fly over some of the other planes I did. This is Concorde again, and I've modified the nose in some British Airways livery. This is a 757, and it's in Thomas Cook livery. I think it looks pretty cool. And if I fly over these Air France Concordes, we've also got a Scandinavian Airlines 737, just here. And then, ooh, I almost forgot this. We've also got the Anatov AN-225, the largest civilian plane in service. And it was apparently built for like the space shuttle program, I think, in the 80s, but then once they finished that, they just made it into a cargo plane, which is what it is now. But I've done the design on it. That's what those bumps are, apparently. Like these bumps here, because that's what the shuttle sound, and they had like struts there and struts there. But I've got the livery finally, because on the last video, you might have seen this, you might have not, but it didn't have a livery on it. And I was really put off from doing it because it was so big, but I did do it finally. But that's the livery for that, and this is the same 737, it's just a cargo plane this time. And this is also an MD-11 again, but this is also a cargo plane. And we've also got, this is Virgin Atlantic 747-400, which I think is pretty cool, just coming into land. It's about 3 feet off the ground, not 3 feet, probably more like 30 feet off the ground. Right there. And that is, oh, I was going to say that's it, but it isn't. We've got 2 more planes. We've got the BAE 146 here, designed by Lord Decker. There's not much inside. That's why I think I didn't put any lights in it. I can't remember, but nothing much inside because it's really small. And I need to close the door. That's in CityJet livery. And we've got a Flybe Bombardier -8 Q400 right here, also designed by Lord Decker. I don't know why I say that, because you already know, apart from the VC-10, it was all designed by Lord Decker. But again, you can't really put much inside because it's a really small cabin. But I think it's still a pretty cool plane the way he designed it. So that is it for my planes. I've just seen the video has gone on for about 27 minutes, so yeah, oh dear, I'm gonna tour this. I'm gonna tour this in my own separate little video, which I think I'm gonna upload straight after this one. It's gonna be kind of like another little part to it, because this video is dragging on too much, and there's also gonna be another tour of this airport. So thank you very much for watching. I just forgot my outro. Yay! Oh yes, I remembered it now. Thank you very much for watching, and for taking your time out your day to tune into my channel and click onto this video, and hopefully watch it too up to now. Unless you've just skipped right to the end, I have no idea. But anyway, and also leave a like if you're enjoying this, and if you can't wait for me to do the tour on this, which should be uploaded pretty much straight after this one's rendered, and this one in a few days' time, maybe even tomorrow or even today, because why not? But again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video if you decide to tune into that one as well. Bye! I thought I just punched the sign then, I didn't. That's the end of the video. I can now have another nap. I've actually turned the daylight cycle on. I can have another nap in that room, because I absolutely loved it. If I go here, and grab my room keys, go right up to this floor. Come in. Close that if I can. And now we can have a nice sleep.